Hi everyone, welcome back to DIY with Dewey. Today we are going to drain and fill the transmission fluid on our Acura ZDX. Let's go ahead and get started. Here are the things that we need to do the transmission drain and fill. So we're gonna do, it's about 3.5 quarts usually, or 3.2 quarts, approximate, but get some fluid, ATF DW1. I went up to our local Acura dealership and purchased these. I was gonna order online, but it ended up being about the same price, and I got it right away. But I have 4 quarts. Dewalt mechanic set tools. We have oil drain catch, and this is the fill tube that hooks onto the bottles. So this comes in it comes in handy when you're doing a lot of transmission fluids and oil. It connects directly onto the bottle. It makes it easy to fill. And a rag and some crush washers. This is 18 millimeter and 20 millimeter, but we're only going to use, I believe, the 18 millimeter for the drain. The fill, I don't think it's really important to change the fill crush washer. I'll show you where it's at. We'll do a step-by-step for beginners. So you open up your door on the left-hand side. Down here, there's a hood latch release. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Right there. So head release, pull it, and it releases your head. So facing your emblem right here, once you pop the hood from the latch inside, there's a safety catch right here. So you pull this up and it releases. First thing you want to do is loosen the fill port. So I know some people say to fill it with this right here, and they fill it through where the dipstick goes, right there. Do you see how that's a pretty large hole right there. You can do it that way, or up here. That bolt right there, that's also a drain or a fill plug. I usually fill it through here instead of here. All right, let's go ahead and loosen it. Okay, the tools we're gonna grab is ratchet. We need extensions for this for sure. So one, use some of these small ones too. Two. So 6-inch plus another 3-inch and 3-inch extension. So that's 12-inch. All right, we're gonna try the 17 millimeter. All right, so it's a 17 millimeter. Do you see that bolt down there? Right there. There we go. All right, so we have it on that bolt down there. Go ahead and loosen it, and we want to make sure we can refill fluid. So I'm going to use 2 hands. Oh, that's not really on there. Okay. All right, so now that this is loosened, so once you break that loose free, or that nut free, you can, there, so it spins freely now. Now we can go down there underneath the car and drain. So that was a 17 millimeter with basically 12 inches of extension, 6 inch, 3 inch, and a 3 inch, and it fit perfect. All right, let's go underneath the car. Go down right in the middle. So you go up, and then you shift over to the left just a little bit. Right there, and you'll see there's the drain right there. There it is. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen that ratchet. We don't even need an extension, so let's go ahead and release it. Put your drain pan underneath. So I don't move it over there yet until I get this loosened, and then I move the drain pan over. So we grab this and just loosen it. There we go. Now we can grab our extension. Let's grab our extension. Move the pan under. And make sure before you do this, make sure you warm up your engine a little, because it helps circulate the fluid. So you can tell there's a magnet on here as well, so it collects any metal shavings or contamination. Go ahead and wipe it. Let's see how much is on here while it drains. Yeah, so you can tell there's metal shavings on it right there. Usually the first time you do this, you'll get a lot of metal shavings, but as you go on, the amount gets less and less. Here's the crush washer. Go ahead and remove the crush washer. We're going to replace it with a new one. And trash that one. So I'm cleaning this drain plug. Alright. Let's go ahead and put another washer on here. Get it ready. What we want to do is grab the 18 millimeter. This one looks like it. Compared to the old one that we just removed. Perfect. So here's the plug, the drain plug, and then put the new washer on. Okay, so it's ready to go. So this pack comes in handy. It's 18 millimeter and 20 millimeter, and it does well for transmission fluid and differential fluid. All right, that's ready to go. We're just waiting for it to drain completely. So we're gonna wipe this drain port a little, just around the rim. Make sure it's clean so it makes good contact with the new crush washer. All right, here's the drain plug. Put it in and just rotate it by hand. Make sure the threads are going in smoothly. You don't want to strip this or cross thread it, would be bad. All right, and then you'll see the drip has stopped. Now wipe it and torque it to spec. So I'm gonna grab my torque wrench. All right, so we're grabbing our torque wrench as well. I forgot to include this in the first beginning on the items we'll need, but yeah, we have a 3/8 inch torque wrench, so this will fit directly on there. But go ahead and grab that and tighten this to 25 pounds. So we're gonna loosen the bottom, rotate this. There, so you can see what I'm doing. So we're gonna go to 25, so you'll see the little mark right here. The scale goes up from the middle. Rotate it to 25. About right there. So the 0 is lined up to 25. And then we'll tighten the bottom, keep it from shifting. All right, let's put it on there. Make sure it's rotated in the correct way. All right. Camera's in the way. Okay, so basically push it down, push the torque wrench down until it clicks. There, so that's 25 pounds. It doesn't take much to hold this. All right, so that's tightened and torqued. Go ahead and clean this little plastic panel down here. Make sure you get most of the fluid off. All right. We're done down here. Let's go up to the top and fill. And this is pretty large. So this crush washer, I normally don't replace this washer up here. It's much larger. I think it's probably like a 24 millimeter. But it's the fill port. I don't think it's that necessary to get it completely sealed and nothing leaks through it because it's located on top. But now you can see where the fill port is. Let's go ahead and put fluid in. We're gonna grab our hose, open up your bottle of DW1 fluid. Make sure this hose goes. right there. Okay, now you open up the valve. So you hold this and you rotate. All right. And then the fluid transfers down into your transmission. There, we'll just let that sit there. We'll grab another bottle. We'll grab all the bottles and we'll start opening the caps and getting it ready to transfer over. All right, so that one's done. Yeah, we'll squeeze it a couple times, make sure get most of it in. I'm gonna put my towel down there so when I pull it out, catch most of the fluid. There we go. Transfer new bottle. Okay, make sure it's the off position. There we go. There we go. And turn it on position. Just let the bottle sit there and do its thing. While it's doing that, I'm going to open up the next bottle. So make sure your car is pretty level, front and back, when you're checking the fluid. We're going to put 3.2 quarts in, and then we'll adjust, either add more or... Alright, that bottle's done, so that's the second bottle. Let's rotate this and close the valve. Grab the towel. Make sure the valve is off, flip it up, upside down. Make sure it's in. All right, go ahead and release the valve. you'll see there's a fill port is down there. Okay, so far we have 3 quarts. We're gonna put 0.2 of a quart in. So we want 3.2 quarts, about approximate. Grab your towel. All right, grab your towel. All right, last bottle. We only want 0.2 in there. All right. So we're gonna look at the meter on the side and just put 0.2 in. So we're gonna turn this so you see where it's at already, and you want to put that looks good. All right, so we close the valve. Now we're gonna go ahead and take the tube out. That's it. All right, go ahead and put the cap plug, the fill plug back in. Reach down there. All right, and this one is about 22 pounds, so it doesn't have to be very tight. put this. So it's really difficult to reach down there with our torque wrench, so we're gonna have to use extensions. And I'm gonna turn it down to let's go ahead and do 20. Yeah, let's just do 20 pounds. We don't have to put it really tight. There we go. All right. All right, so that's torqued. The bottom drain is torqued. We have new fluid in. That should be good. Let's go ahead and start it up and warm up or start up the car. Basically put it in gear. Go ahead and start the car. All right, so what we want to do is, after we go through all the gears like that, get it up to operating temperature, and then we'll check the fluid level. So we're gonna wait, we're gonna idle it until the temperature of the engine goes up. We're up to operating temperature. Now let's go ahead and check the fluid. So go ahead and turn off the engine. So what you want to do is look for the yellow dipstick right there. Pull this out. Wipe that dipstick clean. Dip it in. All right, so we're checking the fluid, and it's right here. So it's a little high, but I think it's fine. Let's just go ahead and go with it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Better to have more in there than not enough. That's pretty much it for our drain and fill transmission fluid. We use ATF DW1, and it's 3 quarts. We use about 3.2 quarts because that's what the Acura dealership told me I needed. Make sure you double check online to make sure the 3.2 is correct. But the best way is probably to measure out exactly how much you drain out and then fill in the same amount. But all right, if you like the information, please check out the transfer case fluid. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button.